Hi, I'm Heather with Going Batty, and today I'm going to make a very easy beef stew using Thrive Life products. These are some of the products that I'm going to be using, and you can see back here I've got my Crockpot out. I got a brand new Crockpot. My aunt gave it to me, and we're going to make beef stew. And we're going to be using like the tomato powder and the mushrooms and the celery and the carrots and the beef gravy in it. I don't have any of the diced potatoes or onions right now. We ran out of those. And I'm going to use I'm just going to brown up some hamburger and do this and throw it all in my crock pot because my kids are still doing school and we've got places that we've got to go this evening, and I just need something really quick and easy that I can throw in there and just let it go. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to brown up my hamburger here, and I'm using my little meat smasher to kind of break it apart. I want to get the hamburger brown so it doesn't turn kind of into that grayish color in your crock pot. And then that way I can drain off any extra like fat or anything like that. Now you could use, and I've done this before, you could use the Thrive Life beef dices, and that is fantastic in this. But again, like we've run out of that and we have to reorder it. So I'm just going to use what I have. So we're going to mix the hamburger in there for our beef stew. Our ground beef is almost completely brown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain the grease off of it, and then I'm going to put it back in this pan, and I'm going to grate some fresh garlic up into it and then saute it some more. All right, so we're going to get all of the grease out of here, and then we're going to put this back in here. I'm going to put a little bit of the chef's seasoning into this. And then I'm going to go ahead and just use my microplane, and I'm going to grate up some garlic into here. Alright, so I've got all of that cooked up into here, and the garlic, it doesn't take very long at all, especially when you have it, when you do it with like a microplane, because it just takes very, very little time to soften and cook, and you just want to get it till where you can smell the garlic and it's fragrant. So we're going to take this over and we're going to dump it into our crock pot. Alright, we're going to dump that into there. And then I'm going to get a wooden spatula and kind of scrape all this out because this has all of your flavor in it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a couple of onions and I'm just going to peel them, and then I'm going to just kind of roughly dice this onion and put it in the crock pot too. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to cut it kind of into quarters. Oops, lost a piece there. And then I'm going to cut it in half, just like this. Now you can do this on a cutting board, but I'm just kind of cutting and throwing in here. So we're going to do that. I'm putting 2 onions in here because I'm doing this to feed 6 people. So just got to have enough for everyone. And the more vegetables I put in it, the less meat I have to put in it. And then that way, you know, the kids are filling up on the vegetables and not so much the meat. Because I actually, when I bring my my ground beef home from the meat market, I will actually section it off into like a six person serving. So that way I know if I'm making taco night or I'm making beef stew or chili or something like that, I'm not using more meat than I actually need to in it. So there we go. Put that in there. Now I'm going to just take some potatoes and I'm going to quarter those. Actually, more than quarter them. I'm going to do them in just I'm going to cube them, you know, in about 1-inch pieces. And I've got about 5 potatoes that I'm going to do that too. There we go. This is why I like the Thrive Life food, because I have to do something really quick, and I don't need to be spending my time chopping up everything. So I'm just going to take some of the celery, and I'm going to take a couple handfuls of it and throw it in here. And then I'm going to take the carrots here, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do about 1 and a pinch of carrots. And then we're going to do the mushrooms. So, and these mushrooms actually give it a really, really good flavor. I like these. And just a little bit more in there. All right, so this is another one of my favorite products that Thrive makes. It is tomato powder, and the reason I like this so much is I can take it anywhere from tomato paste all the way to tomato juice and everything in between. And we had a number 10 can like this before, and it's taken us, I don't know, like 6-7 months to go through it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add some of my beef broth in here and kind of make this a little bit like a tomato paste, maybe a little slightly thinner, but so see how it did that? So now I have tomato paste. Now if I added more liquid to it, I would have tomato sauce. And if I added more liquid to it, I would have tomato juice. And this is wonderful. I love this stuff. So we're going to take this and we're going to go ahead and put it in to our beef stew here. And now I'm going to add, now you can put water in it, but I put broth in it because I just think it gives it a better flavor. So we have some beef broth here that we're going to pour in. And if I need to add some more liquid, I will, and I'll just add water to it, but I don't think I'm actually going to need really any more liquid than this. All right. And now we're going to stir this up, just kind of get everything all incorporated here. And then the last little thing I'm going to add is I'm going to add some of the beef gravy to this. So it's the Thrive Life Savory beef gravy. And I'm just going to sprinkle, I don't know, a couple of tablespoons over the top, and then we'll just mix this up so it doesn't get clumpy. And this is just going to add just a slight thickness to your sauce. So it's not like soup, you've got a little more thickness to it than that. All right. And then I have my slow cooker on low, and I'm just gonna slap a lid on this and I'm just gonna let it go. That way we can finish school up, we can go, we have to go to the Boy Scout store today. You know, we gotta work on the garden and stuff, and I don't have to worry about this. So we will show you the end results when it's done. All right, so Kevin's home, and me and the boys are back from the Boy Scout store in Cincinnati, which is awesome. And cool. It is dinner time. It's in between lunch and dinner, but they have to leave. So that's why I did this all in the crock pot. So we're gonna give this a try.
Let's show it to them real quick.
Oh yeah, here, sorry.
There you go, look at that.
That looks good.
Awesome,
so,
I bet I'm gonna burn myself,
yes,
aren't I?
blow on it, blow on it.
I'm dripping.
Okay.
Not on my shirt though.
We have a dog that'll lick it up off the floor.
Oh yeah, that's the bomb right there.
That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So that is how I use some of my Thrive Life foods to make a really quick and simple dinner in my crock pot. So thumbs up if you want to see more videos like this. I'm thinking about doing some on camping and Thrive Life food. So yeah.
That's pretty awesome start.
And more updates as we go. Bye.
Bye.
Hot.